I'm Rachel, and I am here with Alanna, who is just my favorite chickie. And today we are kind of diving in deep into our upcoming Disney trips, which actually happen to be over the same week, but we are doing two different things.
Completely different. Yeah.
So I am going to Disney World with my husband and your family.
We're going to go on a Disney cruise.
Yes.
We've never done it.
Going to become cruisers.
Yeah, we'll see.
You couldn't pay me to get on a cruise, except for the Disney Alaskan cruise.
Yeah.
That is the only one I have a desire to go on. The thought of being stuck in the middle of the ocean in the dead of night in the pitch blackness, terrifies me.
Yeah. I understand.
Would you like to dissect your vacation first?
Sure.
Okay.
It's
what month are you going? November.
We're going in November. Yep.
So will it be Christmas, like decorated for Christmas? Do you know?
Yes, it will be. We really wanted to do an out of the country trip. But then Austin, we were gonna do Europe and we were gonna do Disneyland Paris. But then Austin kept talking about how she really loved our last Disney trip and she really liked Disney, and Ethan made a couple comments about how he had a lot of fun on our last Disney trip as well. And I said, well, do you want to just because we were going to go with you. Yep. And so I said, do you want to do that? And she was like, but I do also want to go out of the country as well. So then we said, let's do a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
I've never cruised. Ethan's never cruised.
My family has, like, me and my mom or dad, like, we've never been on a cruise.
My parents have been on an Alaskan cruise. That might be the only one they've been on, but I just have never cruised.
I've also so Daniel's family are cruisers.
Yeah, they are.
I've just never had a desire to go on a cruise, and perhaps that's because as a family we've never gone on a cruise as I was growing up.
Yeah.
So I've just never had a desire to go on a cruise.
Yeah. I don't actually know. I'm a claustrophobic person. But so we did get a room with a veranda, and they are bigger rooms. So they have the bedroom, they have 2 bathrooms, they have a full suite living area. And then they have this deck with lounge chairs, and it's nice. We're going to go in November. And originally I didn't know if I wanted to do a themed Halloween or Christmas, but they don't give you an option. So we are going to, I mean, they do, but they're at weird times.
At the Disney parks, starting in August, it's Halloween.
I know. So and so we decided we were going to, we're going to do the Christmas one. So we get to go to the Bahamas.
Yep.
For a day, and then there's a day at sea, and then there's a day at Cayman Key, which is Disney's island.
Got it.
Can I dissect into that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I thought it was Castaway Key.
Castaway Key is what it's called. Yeah. I don't know where I got the Cayman from. It's Castaway Key.
Yeah, Castaway Key.
Yes, I'm still learning. I'm still educating myself.
That's about the only thing I know about the Disney cruises is that
there's 2. They have the Castaway Key Lighthouse Lookout, something like that. And so that's one that we were looking at doing, but so they drop you off at their port, and then it's this long bridge that you have to walk. It's a 15-minute walk, they said, and then you get on a bus, and it's a 15-minute bus ride. So they were saying when you need to get back on that ship, you better plan 30 to 35 minutes to get back on your ship. And I was like, that's just not something I want to mess with.
No, not at all.
Yeah. And they just didn't have a lot of kid-friendly activities on that island versus Castaway Key.
Yeah.
So then Castaway Key, you can feed and swim with stingrays. And so we were showing Austin this video, and right now she's in her shark era. We showed her Soul Surfer. Yeah. So she wants to go cage diving with sharks. She's loves wild. It. She's wild. And so we showed her this, and she's really obsessed with the idea of scuba diving right now.
Sure.
And so we're watching videos on it, and they said, don't worry if you're worried about the stingrays. What they do is it's fingernail clippers. They just clip and like it won't sting you. Like you're fine.
Got it.
And so that's something that she's looking forward to. They also have Prince Eric's statue underwater.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
I have seen
And
that.
a couple of statues where you can go snorkeling and swim.
Mhm.
And then they have like this whole, like, I don't know, they have barbecue on the island that you can go and get, like tiki bars. It's just really cool. They have a lot of kayaking, canoeing, bicycling, like just a lot of really cool stuff that we're looking forward to on that island. And then I don't know what is at the Bahama port. I didn't really look too much into it. But on the cruise ship is cool. Yeah, the cruise ship is cool.
Like so I think that's the thing that like draws me away from a cruise versus just going to like Mexico. So on the Disney cruise, there's so much to do on the cruise ship. And I feel like other cruises, like you're just waiting to get to port. Like I'm not a person who wants to go secure my chair out at a pool on a cruise ship like first thing in the morning because that's all you can do on this. Like there's other things to do. Obviously, you're gonna eat, drink. There's like shows, like, and then you sit by the pool. And like if I'm gonna just sit by a pool, I'm gonna do it in Mexico, like where I don't have to leave because I'm not a big like, okay, let's get off at this port and go check out their little market. Like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I would rather lay on a beach or by a pool.
Yeah.
And so like going on a cruise and then like having to get off everywhere and go into these little towns, which is the point of a cruise.
You do not have to get off.
You don't have to get off.
No.
But then why would I not just go to Mexico?
People really like it though, like because then you kind of get the cruise ship not to yourself, but there's less people on the cruise ships. So
I could just be on a beach or by a pool in Mexico and I don't even have to leave.
Yes, I understand.
And I get a bigger room.
Yep.
Because cruise ship rooms are so small. But that's what I think is different about the Disney like cruise. Like I would want to do stuff on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Versus just sitting by a pool.
Sure.
Like there's things to do.
Yeah.
Especially when you have kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so but on the ship, like what all is going to be on your ship?
So we have 3 dining rotations, and one of them is 1923, and it was the year that Disney was created. And so they have a lot of animations, like original sketches and some of like the puppets kind of that they use.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's really cool. And so I think it's kind of like almost like Gatsby flapper themed.
Sure.
It's really cool. And that's something I'm looking forward to. A lot of people were saying that this is a time where I guess they have a kids club on the ship. So a lot of kids were wanting to go back to the kids club. So they were having their kids go to the club while the adults only went to 1923. And they said they didn't think their kids would like the menu. My child is not a picky eater. So I don't think she would. I honestly think she would like it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she ate sushi at Kona.
And she ate a whole lobster at your mom's birthday. So.
Yeah, so that is true.
Yeah.
She's down that lobster.
She had the lobster tail between her. She's feral.
She is.
There is Anna and Elsa, so an Arendelle dining. It's celebrating Elsa's throwing Anna and Kristoff an engagement party. So it's like kind of like singing and dancing and people are waving their towels around in the videos I saw. Yeah, and the characters come around to your table like Olaf does, except Olaf is on like a tray, like someone's pushing him. Yeah, it's really cool. And then the last dining is Marvel, and I believe it's like the ants, like Paul Rudd. Yeah,
and the Wasp.
I'm not. Yeah,
I've seen like on TikToks, there's like themed nights. Do you know if you have themed nights? So like people dress up for themed nights.
So every ship has a pirates night. That's the themed night.
Got it.
So every Disney cruise does a pirates night.
Got it. So are you gonna dress up as a pirate?
Undecided.
I think you should. Like they're so cute. Like you can wear one of those little off the shoulder. Like
I'm definitely going to, but I'm not. I don't know. It's just out of my comfort zone to be completely decked out.
Yeah, but everyone's gonna be.
Yes, I'm aware. It also took me a while to start wearing Disney merch at the parks.
That's true.
We've been to the parks 5 times, and I just bought my first set of ears.
You did.
So
fair.
Yes. I'm just excited to learn the layout. The ship's really cool. What I didn't know about is that everything is included. So all of your dining and everything is included. What I also learned about is that at these 3 rotation dining experiences, your first night, who you have as like a waiter or waitress, like serving you,
Mm-hmm.
follows you for the next 3 nights. So it's
Oh,
personalized to you. So if they know your child really loves chocolate milk or Shirley Temples, your next dinner night, they'll have that all ready for you. Or if you say,
oh,
I really love a Sauvignon Blanc, next night, Sauvignon Blanc will be at your table waiting for you. And it's personal. And I guess that they like get to know you and your family and your preferences.
sure.
Another thing I found out is that since it's all included, that if you only want to have starters that night, like if you are snacking on the ship and you have this dining rotation, you don't want like a full meal and you just want a plate of fries, you can just have a plate of fries. And like if you want a plate of fries and like I don't even know what other starters would be off the top of my
Yeah.
head right now, but you can order as many starters or as many plates as you want of things, and it's like all included, which I guess maybe that's like a no duh thing with cruises. I've just
It is with
never,
cruises.
I've never been on a cruise, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
And we're so used to going to the parks where literally
You pay for
nothing is
everything.
included. So
Yeah.
I guess I was just kind of floored at
Yeah, that is
this.
a cruise thing.
Yeah.
The only thing like you have to add on is alcohol.
Yes, the only thing you add on is alcohol, and people are saying the coffee is dog. And I cannot get through the day without coffee, but people said that the best coffee are the places that sell it. Yeah, and they like screen, I know they do this at the resorts, but they screen print images on there for you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's cute. It's cool.
Cute.
They have, so it's Cinderella themed, this
Yep.
ship. So like at Cinderella's royal table, you get those wands with
Yep.
the stars on them. So everyone gets one when you get on the ship as like a welcome, and
Oh,
then you all
cute.
make a wish together.
I really would like you to record though and send to me the horn when you take off. Because have you not heard the Disney horn when you take off?
Is it that?
Well, it's like if you were on a cruise ship next to a Disney cruise ship and like you heard theirs going off, like wouldn't you be a little jealous? Like they get the fun like Disney one.
Then you should just book a Disney cruise.
They're more expensive.
Oh heck.
Yeah, like no, cruises are fairly cheap unless you're on the Disney cruise.
See, and I was thinking this was a steal and a half.
And no, it'd probably be way less if you're on just a normal cruise line.
Well, I saw that my meals were included, and I was like, this is a deal of a lifetime. We must go.
We must go.
Yeah.
Which is so the opposite. So Daniel and I, when we went in January, you get like the buyback discount if you book within 7 days of getting home.
Yeah.
And so
I know. I got that text from you guys.
but we were like, well, like why wouldn't we just book it? If we don't want to go, you just cancel. Like you can
and
cancel
you
up
lose
to
your
30 days.
deposit.
You don't lose your deposit. If
Really?
you cancel 30 days before you get your deposit back.
Why did
If you cancel after 30 days, you do not get your deposit back.
Interesting.
But we're like, what? Like we can cancel it, and like you only have to pay $200, and like yeah, like $200 is a lot, but like if we got 30 days out and decided we weren't going to go, we paid that $200 months ago. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. So we booked it, and because we had such a deal, we're like, okay, well, let's do a deluxe resort. Because while we loved Port Orleans, we were like, yeah, but we can stay at like the Yacht Club, and we really wanted to stay on the boardwalk. So we're right by the entrance of Epcot, like into the France pavilion, and like I want to go to the cake shop, and I want to like go to the little corn dog stand.
Blue
and, like,
Ribbon, the one in California. Yeah.
Which is on boardwalk, and like the mini golf is over there, and I really wanted a pool day. And currently, this pool is under construction until June. But we're going in November, so it should be fully up and running. But it's like a sand bottom pool, so like it should all be all fresh and clean. And like it might not even be warm enough for us to go in, but they have like a whole lazy river. And so it's like I want to stay at the deluxe resort.
Yeah.
Like, and we're gonna use the amenities, and we're gonna stay there, and like all the restaurants are there. Like I want to go beaches and cream and get like a sundae. And so we're like, what? We can just stay at the deluxe resort. Like, it's either we stay at the boardwalk in a deluxe, or we have to stay on the monorail at a deluxe.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to stay at the Wilderness Lodge,
I
but
know you
like,
do.
yeah, I don't know why.
So does
It's
Ethan.
it's just like it looks so cool, but it is a deluxe resort that doesn't offer like transportation amenities.
Sure.
Like you just get on a bus
Okay.
to everywhere. Like it's not on the monorail. It's not right next to Epcot, like all the boardwalk hotels are. So why is it so expensive?
Yeah.
Like I get like that there's other amenities that's really nice. And I really want to stay there. And like we might extend our trip and like pop over to a different hotel for a couple days.
Said.
And I want it to be the Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, Daniel said you're staying off property.
No, so we are gonna get there a day before and use our free Hyatt night.
Sure.
But if we extend our trip, we're gonna stay at another Disney resort.
Sure.
It just depends on if we're gonna like stay at like an All Stars just so that we can have a couple of extra days.
Yeah.
And it not be super expensive, or if we're gonna like stay somewhere we wanted to stay because it's only a couple of nights.
Yeah.
So
well, that would be fun.
We shall see.
We shall see.
We shall
no
see.
Grand Floridian.
No Grand Floridian, I don't think.
Is it quite a difference?
What do you mean?
Like in cost between Fort Wilderness? I didn't think it really was.
Let me just like put my dates in and see like, what our difference
Since we're doing that, what's the difference in cost between Grand Floridian, Fort Wilderness, and
I will
Polynesian?
tell you. Okay, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Let me get there. Let me put in some dates. Just so we can compare price. Okay, so that. And this is weekend pricing because this is when we would like be there. Okay, so for 2 nights, the moderate resorts are like 300 to 400. Well, Pop Century's 230. So Grand Floridian 907 a night. All Stars, for example, is $216. Like that's a big difference.
Huge.
But like Yacht Club where we're staying, $733. So when we got that buyback discount, it brought it down to like
because you got 20%.
35%.
Oh, I thought you only got 20%.
No, 35 on deluxe resort.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So it brought it down to like a reasonable price. But like contemporary is $696.
Okay.
Which is $200 cheaper than the Grand Floridian. Because Grand Floridian was $907.
Okay.
For what they have left. Animal Kingdom Lodge I really want to stay at, but that is what I want to stay at when I have children and we can stay in a savannah facing room.
It's just not for me.
Yeah. Fair. The Polynesian is $814. So it really goes contemporary Polynesian Grand Floridian, which makes sense in my head.
Well, what's Fort Wilderness?
Fort Wilderness is $613. So it's like
a whole $100 cheaper than the Polynesian.
Yeah. It's like the same price as like the contemporary. But Daniel and I loved the contemporary. I don't even know like what is at the Wilderness Lodge. I do want to go when it's like Christmas and they have the giant Christmas tree in Wilderness Lodge.
Which you will be.
Yes, exactly.
So Christmas time on the ship, they have a big light up tree and they have all the characters walking around the ship in their Christmas costumes and it's really cute. And I think I think they have a big gingerbread house too. And so people were saying that the gingerbread house smells really good on the ship.
Sure.
Yeah. And so I'm kind of hoping, I guess I don't know, that they do like maybe some of the baked goods out of the gingerbread house, like at the resorts, but we'll see.
Yeah. So Wilderness Lodge has a storybook dining with Snow White. Fun fact. You can see all the dwarves.
That's kind of cool.
They actually have quite a few restaurants and like lounges.
Sure.
Which is kind of
the contemporary had a lot of dining too.
Daniel and I quite liked the restaurant at the contemporary. Like we went and got like dinner there quite a few times.
Sure.
And like brought it up to our room or sat at the bar. But we never actually ate in the restaurant. We either ate at the bar or ordered food to bring up to the room.
Sure.
Yeah. But I'm excited for all of the restaurants and like little things around the boardwalk when we go this time.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a good time.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I've convinced Daniel on a pool day, like a no park day, which drives Daniel absolutely crazy.
He doesn't like a minute wasted there.
No, well, because he's so concerned, like not concerned, but he's under the impression like we are here. Like, why wouldn't we go to a park today? Like, we're here. We're right here. So, like,
We've
why?
been so many times that it's okay to just have a relaxing day.
That's
It
not my
really
husband.
broke Daniel's back to have a chill day this last trip.
No, I know. And like,
Yeah.
that's what I said, we are staying at this resort to use its amenities and like be in the area that we are. Like, we are not going to go to the park that day.
I think that's why I had such a hard time staying at the Contemporary because, well, we know that when we book a Disney trip, like Disney, let's be real, isn't the cheapest vacation you can
No.
take. So it wasn't, I guess, really, but the Contemporary had cool stuff, but we did not spend
didn't use
any
it.
time in the Contemporary where I feel like there's no point in paying money for resort like the Contemporary or any of those resorts if you're not spending time, because the Contemporary had, I wouldn't say it was a cool pool, but they had a cool outdoor area, splash pad, and like stuff that we probably would have utilized had we had the time, but we did not have a single hotel day, and most people do have a hotel day to break up their trip. Yeah.
Which is what I wanted in this trip. I want a hotel day.
Yeah.
But I am really excited. We're going to go through a couple of things of some of the new stuff that we didn't have on our trip in January, but will be implemented by the fall. If I can entice you to get you there that Saturday.
So that's what Ethan and I had talked about, because the day that our cruise then comes back, they will still be at the parks. And
Yes.
we're porting out of Port Canaveral.
Yep.
And it's only a 45-minute drive to Disney World. So we had thought about then spending a day or two at Disney World.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
so I don't think this will entice you because you're really not a show parades person. But there is a new Dream the Night Away electrical parade. So in the summer of 2025, Disney will introduce a new nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom called Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away. Disney promises that the parade will feature characters from films like Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, Moana, and more. So basically, this is a nighttime parade, so everything is lit up. Like, all the floats are like completely like decked out in lights.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Like, this is the concept art for Moana.
Like,
she'll be on a big wave. Like, she'll be on a big wave.
I did see photos of that. Yeah. During their like D23 or whatever.
Based on the concept art and a few details, Disney has already shared the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio will use the magic of starlight to illuminate the parade floats and character costumes as they travel through the park. Okay, next. Pirates of the Caribbean themed tavern. So in late 2025, so it might not even be open when we're there, there will be a new Pirates of the Caribbean themed lounge in Adventureland.
Ethan's gonna make us go every single time.
The lounge will be near the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction and will incorporate the characters' lore and swashbuckling merriment associated with the ride. Disney said there may be more than a few mysterious and magical surprises in store. So this could mean anything from character appearances to interactive experiences like in Trader Sam's at the Polynesian.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So far, the only mention of what Disney may be cooking up is that there will be a sea-worthy selection of grogs and grub.
That sounds fun.
I think Ethan will enjoy it. I think I'd like to go once.
Yeah.
Next, it was closed when we were there, but the reimagined test track, Spaceship Earth Lounge, another new lounge is coming to Disney in spring of 2025 in Epcot. Yeah. And then Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After in
I'm
September,
excited for that.
In place of Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy in Hollywood Studios, a theater show with animatronic. Oh, no. Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After will feature dozens of characters from the darker side of Disney, including Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent, and they will break through the magic mirror and belt out infamous performances. The show is scheduled to open summer of 2025.
Okay, so this Disney's really like piping into their villains, and I think they realize there's a whole like crowd that they can get with the villains.
Yeah, because the villains area in Magic Kingdom, like we're gonna have to go back when that opens.
Yeah, we will
for sure.
Disney just created a ship called Destiny, and I don't know really when that comes out. It's sometime in 2025, they said, but it's villains heroes themed. So they have villains walking around everywhere, and then their main show is Hercules, which I think would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also in Hollywood Studios, The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure will reopen in the summer of 2025. So I don't know if you saw the sign in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, we did.
I believe it's there.
That big amphitheater.
Yeah.
Thingy.
It'll feature all new sets, live performances, puppets, and popular songs. And then Zootopia, Better Together. We've known since 2023 that It's Tough to Be a Bug will be getting a Zootopia rethemed. So it'll open winter of 2025. Might not be open when we're there.
I can't say that we're going to tag along on this trip.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
In fact, we may not, but
I'm aware.
Just a thought. Yeah.
I was just enticing you with some new attractions.
I know. See, you want to know something really funny?
Yeah.
Is that whenever I try to entice Rachel, she's like, no. And then we'll get irritated with me. But whenever she entices me, I'm just such a giver in her.
Oh my God.
I'm like, yes, we will come. We will do it. I feel like I'm easily persuaded, easily peer pressured.
I wasn't invited on this cruise.
You don't like cruises.
No. So what trip? And I went on the trip the last time you invited us to Disneyland. I said, yes, sure thing.
Yeah.
And we went.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun just me and Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Anything else about your cruise?
Ethan really likes candy stores. And so there's this Inside Out candy chocolate factory on the ship. And it's not included. It's like something extra, obviously. It's yes. But it's so cool. And so they have these memory balls and they're all coated in hard shell chocolate, and you hammer the memory ball and in it is either like a chocolate mousse, disgust, angry. It's like a surprise thing. Yeah. And we're not going to tell Austin about it because I think she'll love it. But they have like different flavored like cupcakes, like Joy's is lemon and stuff like that. Their little shop is super cute. Yeah, so I think that'll be fun. They have like a whole floor of it's almost, I guess, Epcot-ish, where the whole floor wraps around as like eating areas, and one of them is it's like eating around the world. All the stands are like different themes. So one is like barbecue, the other one, and people were saying that barbecue stand is the best food on the whole ship. A lot of the reviews we saw, because we have watched a ton of YouTube videos and reviews because we don't have a Daniel to do this for us on this trip, we're saying like a lot of the people that were going on these cruises were Southern, and they were saying, I'm from Texas and this is like the best barbecue I've ever had, which was a hot take and kind of crazy. But then I did talk to someone that's been on the ship, and she had said that food is like the best food. But the ship has a lot to offer, so I think that it'll be fun and it'll be cool, and we'll see. We'll really see.
Yeah, you'll have to see if you like it, because so my mom has been talking, or like we like chit-chatted briefly about like what options we have for our family vacation
without the rest of the family.
It was just me and my mom. We were just talking. And people can talk and converse without other people of the family.
Yep.
For ideas. It's not like we decided where we're going.
Yeah, did you tell your mom that we were going on this trip?
Yeah. Why?
We could have told her.
I thought it was just public knowledge.
No.
Oh. You told other people.
I told you.
Okay, let's rewind.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Anything else about your Disney cruise?
No, I'm just excited
I think it'll be fun.
It'll be something different.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like people like their Disney cruises and people like their cruises. So maybe we'll
Yeah.
become a cruise family and take a cruise everywhere.
Probably not, but the
But like maybe.
the only other Disney cruises or cruises period that I would take is probably the Alaska cruise, what you're
Yeah.
saying, because I do, and Minnie looks so cute in
She
her
looks
outfit.
so cute in her outfit.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably also I would do an Australian cruise, but I would like to go to Australia not on a cruise first because I really want to go to Australia and New Zealand. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your Disney trip?
I don't think so. Like, I think we're just excited to stay in a new, different spot of Disney that we haven't stayed, like being right by Epcot. I think it'd be kind of fun, if we just like went into Epcot at night to like watch the show or like grab dinner, but like you have to pay for a whole park ticket to go in just for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be different if like we could just go in and out and it didn't matter. So like we might consider like adding on Park Hopper if we were to go to Animal Kingdom during the day. Then like at night we could go get dinner in Epcot.
That'll be fun.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes, see what shakes out. We've also we threw around the idea of doing the premiere Lightning Lane.
Sure. You had talked about that before.
Yeah. Because we'd really want to do it at Magic Kingdom so that like we spend so much time at Magic Kingdom bopping back and forth for our lightning lanes, like from each different spot.
I love Magic Kingdom.
That it'd be kind of nice to just like make like an actual loop and go on like ride after ride instead of having to like go back and forth for the lightning lanes. But then we brought up the discussion, well, if we just extended our trip, like it wouldn't matter like what we'd pay for this lightning lane premiere, we could just have another day in the parks.
That's
like
very
we could pay
true.
for the hotel.
Would you do 2 Magic Kingdom days then?
No. We would just like what we get done, and what we don't. So it's kind of like, do we want more days and go to all the parks, or the parks we're going to do we want premiere?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at on that. But I would like to like try it once, and we might try it in Epcot because it's so much cheaper in Epcot because there's not as many rides.
Sure.
But I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if Lightning Lane changes by then because every single trip we've gone on, even though we go like every year,
it adjusts.
Lightning Lane gets adjusted.
Yeah, which is so annoying.
It is. And like they're making tweaks to like make it better. And I know some people have strong feelings about lightning lanes, but I love lightning lanes.
Yeah.
I don't have such negative feelings towards them.
It makes your day easier, but they keep making the cost higher and higher and higher. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it feels nickel and dimey. I'm not going to lie. It really does because you're already spending a lot of money there. And like, just to go from a concept though, that was free to now be charging people an obscene amount of money is crazy.
Yes, but you could just wait in the normal
line. And like, remember when Genie Plus was like $15? And
yeah.
Now they're creating this new concept where it's $400 a day.
But you could just wait in the normal line.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so then like...
No, I'm not complaining about it. I just understand where people are coming from.
Here's the thing. Dan and I went to Universal. If you want to get the Fast Pass for the day, it is like $250 added on your ticket. Don't quote me on that. I actually don't know how much it costs, but it was hundreds of dollars to add Fast Pass, and you get to use it once per ride. And it costs even more if you want to use it multiple times per ride.
Sure.
Like if you want to ride the ride more than once and use Fast Pass.
Sure.
It's hundreds of dollars a day. Like the tickets, like this is why when I went with Brittany, we didn't go to Universal. We went to Disney because Disney was cheaper with Genie Plus than Universal with Fast Pass was.
Got it.
And so they're basically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That Universal already is doing. And that's just kind of the way it is. The problem is that at Universal, if you stay in one of their deluxe hotels, you get the Fast Pass for free. But you're paying a premium to stay in that hotel. So Disney is just not letting their deluxe, like it'd be like, so the only way it would be an equivalent is if Disney, if you stayed at a deluxe resort, you got the Lightning Lane premiere for free. But then the prices of the hotels are just going to go up.
Got it.
So they're doing something that's already like being done. And I guess I don't know. Yeah, it was free. Like Fast Pass was free at one point, but you literally had to go to the ride, like print it out, and then it would tell you what time you could come back. Like this is just all done on your phone. And but I haven't gone when like Fast Pass was on your phone, or like if it was on your phone, I have no idea.
But we did go at a time where we paid for Genie Plus and it was like $15.
Yeah.
And I think this last time, what I owed Daniel for Lightning Lanes was almost $1,000 for my family of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it is expensive.
It is expensive.
But you do have a free option. So
no, it's worth it. I'm not complaining.
No,
I just feel like it's getting more and more expensive. Like the first time we had all originally went, I think I paid literally like under $30 for all of us to get our Lightning Lanes.
Yeah, and that was,
and now it's
we also
1,000.
only went to like one park that time, or like 2 or whatever.
That's true.
Like we did, like this time we did all 4 parks. Yeah. And we paid for every single additional ride that cost an expense.
Yeah.
Too, which makes a difference.
It does make a difference.
Because Austin's also tall enough to ride some of those.
She is.
No.
Not complaining, worth every penny. I do love it.
Agreed. But it is something you could cut if you didn't.
It is something you could cut.
But Premier Pass is something we're throwing up as an option.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know.
I know. I don't know if we'll end up doing it. I think I'd rather stay there longer, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Should be some good trips. I can't wait to compare when we both get back.
Yes, I can't wait to compare.
Yeah. But I think that's all for our future Disney trips. At least what we've got planned so far, like what we plan.
We're in the early stages.
I don't even know what parks, if we're only there for a couple of days, like we're going to do. We are going to have a hotel day. That's all I know. Obviously, we're going to Epcot. We are literally at the Epcot entrance. Yeah. So not going to Epcot would be goofy. Perhaps we'll only go to Magic Kingdom for like the fireworks at the end of the night. Like I don't know that I need a full day in Magic Kingdom.
Wait, are you not going to do any of the like Christmas parties?
So let me talk about that. We might not.
Okay.
We might not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or we've decided like what would be our like Disney spring, like no, we might not. I've already been to the Christmas party. So the only one we'd consider is like Hollywood Studios Jollywood Nights, because we haven't been to that party. Yeah. And I've heard it's gotten better since the first year that it started. Yeah. But I don't know that we would do the Christmas party. Okay. We haven't decided fully on that one yet. Up in there. I don't think we are going to. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see.
It sounds like you're going to have a really chill Disney trip.
I know. You guys are going to have a chill cruise.
Yeah. We'll see.
For the most part, Austin is really excited for the kids stuff. She told me and my mom about it the other day.
Did she?
She said. That's also how the cruise got brought up. Yeah. Or maybe I brought it up and then my mom goes, I heard you're going to Disney Cruise. Austin goes, yeah, there's a kids club and my parents can't come. Yeah. Which was a big feature. She really loved that you couldn't come.
She is excited about it.
She's very excited, yes. Yeah, I think that's all we have on our future Disney trips. And as we know more, I'm sure we'll share more about Disney. It's our favorite thing to talk about.
It is our favorite thing to talk about.
Yeah, that's all we've got.
All right, bye.